This instructional video will focus on the smokeless metal stove, which is called SMS for short, and is one of the 4 integrated parts of RIDS Nepal's Family of 4 Holistic Community Development concept. The SMS was developed by RIDS Nepal as a contextualized solution to improve women's cooking conditions by enabling them to cook their traditional meals easier, faster, and with less firewood consumption. It eliminates the issue of respiratory diseases faced by these villagers due to the in-home open fireplaces used for cooking and keeps children safe from getting burned. There are 3 alternative cooking methods used in Nepali homes. The first is still the most common and consists of metal racks situated over open fire pits. These open pits pose significant dangers to children who can fall into the fires. Additionally, some families make self-made stoves out of mud. The third option is a stove made in China out of thin metal. Although this stove is better than the first 2 options, it still poses health dangers that are addressed with the RIDS Nepal SMS. All 3 of the alternative stoves allow smoke to be generated into the home. Here you see a RIDS Nepal employee using a device that measures carbon monoxide levels. According to the World Health Organization, indoor smoke from the burning of solid fuels such as wood, coal, and crop waste contains pollutants that can lead to respiratory problems in young children and a variety of health issues in adults, including serious heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer. In 2012, indoor air pollution from open fireplace cooking with biomass, dung, and coal was responsible for 4.3 million premature deaths worldwide and attributed to 7.7% of the global mortality rate. The smokeless metal stove will give you many benefits. With the 2 small burners and 1 large burner, you can cook lentils, rice, and a vegetable dish at the same time, and the metal used for the stove can handle heavy pots. The SMS cooks so fast and the food is so tasty. You add firewood into the SMS and the fire burns strong and cooks fast, with no problem at all. You add only water to the food and firewood in the combustion chamber, and the SMS cooks the food without any problems. Very easy and without hassle. If you want roti instead of rice, the roti slot allows you to toast your roti while the lentils and vegetables are cooking. With the stainless steel hot water tank on the side, you will always have clean, hot water for cooking, boiling a tea, cleaning, and washing your children's hands and faces. Because there is a door closing the combustion chamber and airflow valves on the door and the damper, it helps to cook the meal with the minimum amount of firewood. This means that you won't need to gather firewood as often as you do now. The staff asks, "How much firewood did you use to burn per week with the open fireplace?" The man answers, "We used to burn 3 to 4 loads of firewood." The staff continues, "After you installed this SMS, how much firewood do you use now per week?" The man responds, "Since we installed this SMS, we use about 1 load of firewood per week." The staff then questions, "If you use so much less firewood, what do you do with the spare time?" And the man's response is, "We wash our clothes, clean our homes, and look more after the children." The SMS also addresses many safety issues. A problem with the open fire pit is that children could fall into the fire and severely burn themselves, which is not the case with the RIDS Nepal smokeless metal stove. If a child touches the SMS when it is being used, they will immediately feel that it is hot. With the open fireplace, sometimes even clothes which were hung up on the wall started to burn as the ambers flew around in the room from the open fire. Sometimes even the grass we dried started to burn. But now, with the exhaust pipe, it is much better and safer. We sit comfortable and safe and can eat and drink in peace. After converting to the smokeless metal stove, you'll become healthier and have cleaner homes, with the women having more time because less firewood has to be gathered. The RIDS staff asks, "How long ago did you install this SMS?" The man responds, "About 12 or 13 years ago." The staff continues, "After you installed this SMS, what has actually changed and improved?" And the man responds, "Since then, we don't suffer anymore from indoor smoke, and the home inside is also not black anymore as previously with the open fireplace. The clothes are not dirty or black anymore from the smoke, and we can cook the food easily. Also, hot water can be generated, so all is very good." The RIDS staff then questions, "What benefits did you get from this SMS?" And the man responds, "Less firewood consumption, no smoke inside the home, the eyes are not burning and hurting anymore, and when we cough, no black phlegm comes out anymore, and all is much more clean. And the house is far more comfortable to live in now." The RIDS staff talks to a family who has had the SMS for 13 years, and they ask, "The old open fireplace stove has given lots of problems and suffering to the family, and especially to the women, right?" The man answers, "Yes, the old open fireplace gave lots of suffering, and thus this SMS is still very good." He then looks towards the RIDS staff and says, "Listen, young man, this SMS is still very good and useful. And we need this kind of SMS. Our love for this SMS has not dwindled at all after so many years, and we know that you have a love for us local people. RIDS Nepal has come for us people." He continues to praise RIDS Nepal and its staff that they brought light, the SMS, and other improvements to the village, and that they are very happy for all that. He goes on to say, who else would come to such a remote place and show their love and compassion? He praises RIDS Nepal, who has brought them such positive life changes and the ability and technology to grow more food, such as cauliflower and other vegetables. He thanks RIDS Nepal for giving them food and other improvements.